Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a real moment of pride for us at Neevjivan Foundation to present our work in front of such a large, august audience. Neevjivan Foundation is an NGO working in the area of skill development and vocational training for tribal women in rural Maharashtra. Before we get into the details about our work, let me take you back in time, about three and a half years ago. It was March 2020. I'm sure you recollect that time. The pandemic had broken out and a nationwide lockdown was declared. While we were all sitting at home trying to figure out what exactly is happening around us, there was one community on the roads, the migrant workers. They were walking thousands of miles back home. Heart-rending scenes were splashed across the media. Overcrowded buses, auto rickshaws, bicycles. And that is the time when we thought that something must be done for this group of people so in their villages so that they do not have to migrate to the cities in search of greener pastures. Agriculture is the primary source of income for all the rural areas in India. However, there is something different for the people that we are working for in Jawar, Dahanu, Igatpuri, and similar places. Due to scarcity of water, they can run only one crop cycle, which is paddy during the monsoons. And that is the reason why their monthly household income is extremely meager, about 5 to 6,000 rupees, which is hardly enough to have a sustainable standard of living. And that is the reason why they tend to migrate. The solution is all about trying to create an alternate source of income other than agriculture in every household so that they do not have to migrate to the cities in search of livelihood. Over a period of time, we have developed a five-pronged approach, and let me explain to each one of them to you. As a first step, what we do is we teach them technical knowledge on vocations of choice. We cover over 20 plus vocations today, like poultry farming, goat farming, mushroom cultivation, strawberry cultivation, masala, papad, pickle making, and the list goes on. As a next step, we teach them on entrepreneurship skills. Thirdly, we provide access to seed capital and funds, help them set up the small scale business ventures, and finally support them for a period of 6 to 8 months so that they are able to stand on their feet. What differentiates us from the rest of the crowd is as follows. Most of the organizations working in this area of livelihood provide training on the technical training on vocation of choice. That's all of them do it. However, as we go one step below, the funnel kind of narrows down. When you look at funding, so we try to focus on funding through various opportunities like CSR, government schemes and programs, PMEGP, CMEGP, Mudra loans. We also try to give them the entrepreneurship skills. We imbibe the entrepreneurship skills in them. Who is the customer? What does the customer want? How do I sell my product? How do I market my product? What is my value proposition? How to maintain my books of accounts? So these are the things that we teach on the entrepreneurship skills. And the last one is the biggest differentiator for us is we try and help them set up the business by buying the raw materials and engaging with the vendors, buying the machines, setting up the shop floor, packaging, branding, and finally the market connect. And that's the most important area. And we support them for a period of 6 to 8 months till they stand on their feet. We are proud of our association and partnerships with a lot of people which we have developed over a period of time. I'd like to special mention with the government vertical. The Integrated Tribal Development Project, Maharashtra State Livelihood Mission, Zilla Parishad, we are engaging with all of them in Nasik and Palghar, trying to mobilize the women in the villages and also fund the various projects. We are currently working in 2 districts, Nasik and Palghar, across 4 talukas and 37 villages. We have till date covered about 1,100 beneficiaries, and this year we plan to cover 1,500 beneficiaries, and we are more or less on our way to as we complete mid-year. And also we want to set up about 50 small-scale business ventures for them. We have developed a plug-and-play module as we scale up our operations into each taluka. And also we plan to reach out to about 10,000 women over a period of next 5 years. Here are a few examples of the success stories. We have worked on 10, currently have 10 successful business ventures which are running. The products have been displayed in our stall. masala, papad, pickle units, sanitary pad, poultry farming, brick making, and the like. The success of the impact that these ventures are creating is, over the last 1 year, it has helped in improving the monthly household income by 1,500 rupees. And also we have helped in stopping the migration by at least 150 people. We have also been delivering these projects efficiently. The operating expenses and the project implementation cost, that's the budget, comes to about 2.2 CR. We are trying to source the funds from the crowdsourcing initiatives for the operating expenses, and we largely depend on the government vertical today for the project funding. Almost 88% of the total funds or the projects are funded by the government today, and there is an urgent need to diversify through CSR and other foundations and HNIs. Over the next 3 years, we are trying to focus on 3 areas. One is the vocations. We would like to look at least 10 more vocations from the current 20. Focus on more futuristic vocations. We will also be looking at more new locations and as we scale up our operations. And finally, look at technology as a pivotal role to scale. We are looking at the various the organizations that have come here today for your support through CSR. There are 3 areas that we are seeking your support. Number one is a long-term engagement for what we call as a model village program, wherein we engage at least one woman from every household in the village to try and get them onboarded with an alternate source of income. The second one is we are looking at in terms of capacity building, in terms of people, so that we are able to scale up our operations, program managers and livelihood executives. And finally, a little bit of technology to improve our efficiency in the long run. This is the team of 5 people, all from the grassroots. We all work in the respective villages and with the primary objective of creating opportunities for sustainable livelihood for the tribal women in their villages so that they do not have to migrate to the cities in search of greener pastures. Thank you.